Hello there, everybody. This is Speckblocklime here with another video reaction for all of you today. Sorry, I messed up right there. I was for some reason I said all of two and then it got weird. All of you today. And the video we're gonna do is from the channel Swoozie, and this one is how I met Kim Kardashian. So I guess it's at some point when he met obviously Kim Kardashian. Depending, this video has some age to it, so it was a while ago. Even though it must have even before this video was made. Maybe not too long before, but at some point. So who knows how long ago this happened. But anyways, and I think he has more than a few of like meeting some other kind of celebrities. So I can't wait to get to those eventually. So without distracting anymore, wait, before we get into the video, just want to say one quick thing. I want to thank everybody out there that gives these videos a watch or a view. I know they're not the most big, popular thing or anything, but I like doing it. And it's like a little, for me, it's a project. I don't know if I want to say side, but it's like I want to do multiple projects of things that I'm working on right now. And I just like doing these videos too, and I want to keep doing them as long as I possibly can, you know? Where I can, when I can, you know, all that stuff. And if you guys are giving views and all that stuff, thanks, and be very thankful for that. Comments, even if I don't respond, or maybe sometimes I do read them. I read almost every comment that I've come across. So it'd be great to hear a little bit of feedback. There's just some things that I can't do, so in case you give me criticisms of certain audio or things, I'll do the best I can, but sometimes because I'm doing other things, I can't always fix everything. So, you know. But anyways, let's get on to the video. Stop being distracted. So we're gonna now the video will get longer. Here we go. Oh, I think I recognize this animation. I forget from what company or group. I feel like I've seen it. I think they own it, but I think I've seen it. These are probably some of the other stories of celebrity. He says he's encountering.
It was summer of 2008.
Okay, so he's actually saying when it happened. Alright, that's kind of cool. I think that was the beginning of her fame, I think. Oh, no, wait, maybe not yet. We'll see. Yeah, but anyway, I recognize this animation. I forget who companies did it, but I know they used... I don't even know they're still around.
And it's also rumored that Kim Kardashian is going to be at this party too. So I instantly start to think, okay, I've been to parties before where they say so-and-so famous person is going to show up, but it never happens. I can see Lindsay Lohan showing up, but Kim Kardashian, I really can't see that happening. So the day of the party comes...
It's kind of crazy because at that time, it was Lindsay that was the famous one, not Kim, I think.
Down to the set where the party's going to be held. At the door, there's these two really ridiculously big black guys in suits and earpieces, so now I'm starting to think...
Giant bodyguard.
Okay, there might actually be some celebrities here already. And these two guys are giving me the look like, don't even try to get in here. So one of my female contacts that works with DirecTV, she walks out, she runs over and she's like, thank God you're here. Okay, has anybody told you what you're doing tonight? And I'm like, no, I think I'm doing something with the CGS.com, but nobody's giving me specifics yet. And she's like, okay, Brody Jenner from the Hills is going to be here soon, and when he gets here, you're going to train him on how to play DOA, and then you're going to be his on-stage GM, because he's going to have to play Vanessa on the main stage. And before I can even respond, Jim, the director of the CGS.com, he runs over.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, because this is like early on when games were starting to take center stage. For, you know, actual fun and tournament stuff.
We actually have him already.
I don't know how it really started, but I know this is like some of the beginning stuff.
Tonight against Vanessa. So then Jim goes, okay, well, you can
so it's not like barely in like 2015 or something like where stuff like that happened. It was in 2008, maybe even before.
And Hogan hands me a mic and he's like, Swooze, have you ever worked red carpet before? And I'm like, no. So he says, dude, okay, when the big stars get here, you're going to have to be super aggressive in order to get an interview. Just letting you know that right now. So there's a bunch of media people already.
I do like that early on, Swoozie, when they were doing, he was doing animation, it was always like so many different art styles.
And to the immediate right,
I don't think he does this one, at least from my browse in the library, another kind.
So I lean over to Hogan and I'm like,
This like this, so it must be unique.
Kardashian's going to be here. He's like, bro, if Kim Kardashian shows up, you're going to have to be really aggressive to get her to stop.
All right.
So I look up, and people start to come down the red carpet. Upcoming Disney stars, and then random people from TV shows. So then Brody Jenner shows up, and people are taking pictures like crazy. So he starts to make his way down the line of media, and then he finally gets to me, and, you know, we start our interview. He answers all the questions, and then he goes, yeah, I actually think they have me playing on the big stage tonight. I told him, actually, I'll be back there in a minute to help you boot camp for your quick cram session before you go up on stage. Now, before he even responds to that, I start hearing a lot of commotion going on. And I look up, and Kim Kardashian is standing about 20 feet away from me. So at that point, I was just like, okay, Brody, you're awesome, bye-bye. So then Hogan starts tapping me on the shoulder. He's like, Kim Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, dude, you have to get her over here. Right. And it is utter pandemonium.
I think he was kind of famous, but I feel like he was mostly just like
so everybody's yelling
friends
Kim,
with
Kim, trying to get
Paris
her to look
Hilton,
in her direction, and she's standing next to some guy. And I lean over to Hogan, and I'm like, yo, who's that guy she's standing with? And Hogan goes, you don't know who that is? That's Reggie Bush, dude. He's a football player. So I go, dude, I don't really watch sports. Is that her boyfriend or something? And he's like, yeah, they're dating. So as Hogan answers, Kim looks over in my direction, and she has a smile on her face, but as soon as we make eye contact, she stops, and she just stares for a second. And I'm thinking, wait, is this girl
I think he actually got married to him. Like I said, I'm not too into celebrities too much.
Like,
I just bet because of osmosis, I hear stuff about them.
And it hits me, wait a second, this girl has a thing for black guys. She used to date Nick Cannon and Ray J.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm standing here in my little blazer rocking my little Mario necklace, and she's probably thinking I'm like the perfect hybrid blend of all these guys mixed into one. And all this runs through my head really fast, and I notice this girl's still staring at me, but now she's looking at me like I'm a piece of steak. Now I'm getting a little worried because her big football player BF is right next to her. I'm hoping he doesn't see any of this because I'm just not trying to hurt anybody, you know. I don't want him to attack me, and I accidentally put him in the hospital to defend myself, you know. I'm just joking, Reggie.
Oh my God.
You're a cool guy. I love you, man. You're awesome. Please don't beat me up. But anyway, so Kim looks away, and then she goes to the first media person at the head of the media line at the red carpet. And Reggie's with her at first, but then he breaks away and starts jumping around to random media people and just doing random interviews. Right. So at this point, I notice Kim is only answering about 1 or 2 questions from each media person. And she gets down to Pone or Die, who is right next to me, really, really fast. So right now, all the media people are pushing and trying to get close to Kim as she's answering Pone or Die's questions. And as she's answering, she keeps looking at me in the corner of her eye and smiling. And I'm just like, is this for real? Is this girl looking at me? So then Hogan goes, get ready, man. You're going to have to grab her. So she answers a few more questions at Pone or Die, and then she steps over to me and stops. So we're looking at each other, and I put on my GQ swagger, you know. I deepen my voice just a little bit, and I'm just like, you have time for a quick little interview, Miss Kardashian? And she smiles, and she's like, sure. As we're talking, I notice a bunch of little hands poking in from every corner really slowly with tape recorders recording our interview. So I ask her, so, what games are you mashing on right now? And she's like, oh, I love Rock Band. I get my family together, and I get my friends, and we play Rock Band, and I like playing the guitar, and I
that just shows how much of a family person she kind of is.
I've always been a gamer. And I'm like, you've always been a gamer? And she's like, yeah. I tell her, you know, I'm sorry, but I find it really hard to believe that you've always been a gamer. What is the first game that you picked up? She's like, Legend of Zelda on the NES. Come on, man. Ooh. And when she said that, I almost dropped to one knee. But she has a man, so I kept it respectful. I did, however, say something that I won't repeat here because it's a line I like to use from time to time whenever a girl really impresses me. And I don't want other girls to know just what that line is. But when I said it, she laughed and she stroked my arm. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're so hilarious. This girl just stroked my arm? Coincidentally, right after she stroked my arm, one of the media people took a picture. Look at that. That's my head really big to the left of the frame right there. But
at least there's some evidence. I'm not saying he's lying or anything, but at least it's like really cool evidence about when it happened.
So Kim and I talked for a little bit longer. You know, it was pretty obvious that she spent most of her time giving her interviews with me. I thanked her for her time, and she started making her way down the media line. So then a few more celebrities showed up. I got some more interviews, you know, Bobby Brown, Macy Gray, Robin Haley from Coin Op TV. You know, there's a bunch of celebrities there. Hogan was like, all right, man, I think you're all done. That's all we need. So my girl from DirecTV runs up to me, and she was like, get backstage right now. They're about to call Brody up onto the main stage for his game. So I run backstage, and Master and Vanessa are already there. And then Brody's there, and then Jordan Farmar, I don't know how you say his name. The guy from the Lakers, he's there.
All right.
Reggie Bush is there, too. And I walk over next to Brody, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm sorry I couldn't get back here in time to help you practice, but I'm here now. And Brody goes, actually, I think they have me playing the racing game now. You're going to go out there with Jordan. And I look over at Jordan, and I'm like, all right, man, well, don't worry. You know, I'll try to coach you up on the main stage to hopefully try to at least get one round against Vanessa, hopefully. So I turn around, and suddenly Kim Kardashian is standing there right next to me. She just pops up out of nowhere, and I'm thinking to myself,
oh, wow, surprise.
now this would be a perfect time to keep talking to her, but you know what? She's got a man, you know, and even though it just be friendly conversation, I'm just,
yeah.
I'll just let it go. But I look back up at Master and Vanessa, and they both look like they're right out of a manga or an anime with their expressions. Master's looking at me like, dude, you're standing next to Kim Kardashian.
Oh my God.
And Vanessa just has this look on her face like, this is so much fun, and look at you standing next to her, you guys. This is just too cute to watch. She didn't even say anything, but that look on her face says it all. So, you know, I look away from them because they're not helping the situation. So I turn to Brody and I start talking to him. I'm like, bro, you know what's funny? I was randomly just on your MySpace for no reason 2 days ago, and now we're backstage together. So me and Brody start talking about MySpace for a little bit, and then I get a text message. So I pull out my phone, and then Kim goes, is that the new 3G iPhone? I'm like, yes, ma'am.
And in case anyone else, other than the time in the beginning, this timestamps around when the time is happening.
Like, oh, cool. Then I put it back in my pocket. And then she taps me on the shoulder, and she's like, hey, what time is it? I take my phone out, and then I look at it, and I'm like, oh, it's 9 o'clock. And she's like, thanks. And I put the phone back in my pocket, and then I realized a number of girls in the past have used that same question as a conversation starter. But again, given the situation, I'll just speak when I'm spoken to. So DJ, we called her name on the loudspeaker a few minutes later, and she walked out on the stage, and she played Forza, and that was the last time I saw her. But now I think there's a bit of a problem because whenever I'm home or just watching TV and Kim Kardashian pops up on the screen, from time to time she does what I like to call the swoozie steak stare, where she looks at the camera the same way she looked at me that night on the red carpet. You know, I've seen her on TV a bunch of times before that night, but she never made that particular look on camera. But ever since that night we met, from time to time, she does it, and I really think she's trying to give me some kind of secret message that I'm supposed to decode. So this video is basically me saying, Kim, you're a beautiful girl. You're very sweet. You know, you love video games. All that is great. But you kind of have a boyfriend at the moment, so I'm going to have to play the respectful role.
This is being nice about it.
It's probably best if you stop with the whole swoozie steak stare thing, because, you know, once you're single, it's a totally different story. You know, if we follow our thoughts through to conclusion, you know, it just would not work out. Okay, so, you know, it's just, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, that was funny. That was a funny video. I mean, yeah, I wasn't laughing a lot, like super strong, but it was funny in a different sense of the story and how it was being said. Like I said, I do make comments and things, it's just like I want to hear the story a little bit more, you know. But it's interesting. But anyways, funny moment in Susie's life of someone meeting this person. Alright. I put a link down below to the channel and the video, so hopefully you guys will check those out also. Give them the views too, if possible. And check out all the other things they have there on there too. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so you can get notified about future videos. Try to put links down below to social medias or anything else we're working on. Not really much I can add. It was just like the main story of the video. It's just the main thing to react to. So, like, in mostly reactions, maybe during a video or maybe a little bit after, I might make commentary, but not too much because, you know, unless it's something really interesting, maybe. But it's just how I do my reaction video. I don't want to keep you guys too long on here, and you know, Could I pause the video to talk about certain things? Maybe in the future I might do that. Maybe. But for now, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. It depends. But anyways, this is Speckblocklime. Hopefully you guys are good, having a good time out there, and I thought this video was very fun. Hopefully we'll see more good ones and interesting ones like this. See you guys next time.